Migrant crossings into Europe have dropped by 30% this year. The reduction is hailed as a victory for the European Union's crackdown on migrant smuggling. The decrease in migrant numbers is also seen as validating the EU's decision to subcontract border and migrant policing to African countries. The EU has pledged €100 million to Tunisia alone, in return for stopping Africans wishing to go to Europe. But international human rights groups have accused Tunisia's border police of systemic abuses of African migrants. Experts say migrants are routinely tortured in Tunisia. African migrants have also received regular beatings, and were dumped in the desert with little food and water. There are widespread allegations of Tunisian border patrols subjecting women and children to terrifying intimate violence. Critics denounce the EU for its complicity in such human rights abuses. They say that the EU's Fortress Europe mindset has turned the Mediterranean Sea into a floating cemetery. And campaigners now fear that the EU is vulnerable to increasing pressure from countries such as Italy, Czechia and Denmark, to confirm the outsourcing and relocation of asylum applications. This scheme, similar to the UK's Rwanda Plan, would see migrants transferred to third countries, before their European asylum applications are processed. The EU's border policing contracts with African governments are similar to its deal with Turkey, aimed at strengthening Europe's southern Mediterranean flank against irregular migration. And just like Turkey's President Recep Erdogan, the EU partnership deal has enabled Tunisia's leader Kais Saied to settle into a position of some strength. Either Europe continues to shower his regime with millions, so as to keep Sub-Saharan migrants in North Africa, or the Tunisian government unleashes a migrant tidal wave on Europe, with very predictable consequences.